guys enjoy this video, remember that you guys should subscribe, become patrons over on Patreon to support the channel. Follow us over on social media. All right, Hunter, you know what's happening right now?
I'm trying hard not to yawn.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
That wasn't me making fun of you. You did a fine job, just in general.
Breaking RWBY news. Okay,
yes.
Samantha Ireland said that Nora, in her backstory, is gonna happen like in Volume 7.
Yes.
Or something. She said something to that effect at whatever convention that she's at. I don't know if this is true, okay? I saw it on the internet, so I'm guessing somebody must have wrote it, alright? I don't know who would write it as some sick joke to confuse the fandom. You know what I mean? Like, if something's like, oh guys, Barbara and Aaron said Bumblebee will kiss. You know what I mean? Obviously that, maybe you gotta investigate. But how many people are trying to sabotage us about Nora's backstory, okay? I trust that this came from somebody that was at the convention and heard her say that with her own mouth.
Yes.
I was gonna say with her own 2 words, but I don't know. That didn't make any sense. Anyway.
Nora backstory. Yeah, I guess.
Nora backstory. Okay. Here's the thing. All right, and here's the other thing that I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I'm always right. Okay, I know that's a very interesting way to start this video, but if you remember, okay, and I remember, so I hope that we all remember together. Okay. But do you guys remember, and I'm going to look it up in YouTube right now so I can show you guys, okay? So you guys can see that this is no bullshit. This is something that actually did indeed happen, okay? This has almost 2,000 views. This was like 2 years ago. Yeah, this was July 1st, 2017, okay? So this was basically 2 years ago. Almost on this day. Not on this day. It's been like a month. But basically 2 years and 1 month ago. Okay, we made this video called Nora the Long Lost Princess, bracket, RWBY theory, okay? We're not going to watch all of this because this is 5 minutes, but we're going to skip 2 minutes in to see if we're actually on topic, and if we're not.
Some lost MVG Act memories there. The other thing that I think to Hunter was that
we're so fucking slow.
It's a video I wasn't here for?
I guess you're not here. That's
right?
A little weird.
And so that is the prince. What is Thor? Hunter, help me out here. I don't know why.
The son of like the king.
He's based off. We also know that
that was you talking.
Yeah,
now.
I was here.
Kingdoms in Remnant, which helps support the theory, or there used to be a monarchy system. We know that.
Yeah, so I'm beginning to remember this. I remember at the time saying you were full of shit or something along
Yeah,
those
so
lines.
basically this idea was that Nora was some sort of long-lost princess or some long-lost noble or something to that sort of degree, and that she, like, lost her parents, basically, and sort of all that stuff, right? And that's why Nora doesn't look like anyone from Mistral. That's why she has weird clothes. That's why that she's sort of found this way and can't remember who she is. And why, so here's why I'm saying this, right? We're going to Atlas, and that's the whole sort of thing here, is that we're going to Atlas. So why would this happen in Volume 7? It would happen in Volume 7 because it's in Atlas, and because either Nora would have sort of her memories triggered by something in Atlas, or that she would actually, like, see something that reminds her of her past.
What if she was like here's my guess, is that she comes in, it's just like, where are we gonna do? And then Snora's like, well, by the way, it turns out. And she's like the assumed long-lost dead heir of $1 billion Valkyrie fortune, and only her aunt is still alive or some less direct family member.
Why not?
And it's almost like a surprise to her that she thought like, oh, it was a life I never thought I would return to. I thought everyone had forgotten about me. I thought it was better to just sort of move on. But
as a 5-year-old, that's what she thought in her head. No, but I'm saying, like, that makes this idea more relevant, okay? Because princess, like, I know that's what we said in the title, but that was a little, like, it was more of a metaphor, right? Weiss is the princess.
What is an heir to a family fortune if not a princess?
Right, because they sort of call, they call Weiss Ice Queen, and they sort of have all these names for her. Like, Weiss is basically, she is basically the modern day sort of princess, right? And so it wouldn't surprise me if Nora also has those origins, and it could have been something very like that. And so I think that would mean that our theory's still right. That, she was this rich girl and something happened and they tried to find her with, all they could, but they couldn't and they gave up, and sort of, something that happened sort of similar to that. Obviously, you have that she's Thor, right, maybe Loki is going to be relevant in Volume 7, and that's why it's this sort of connection. Because Loki's like, I haven't watched the Marvel movies and I don't know the lore very well, but Loki's like
the asshole mistress.
Yeah, and so what if like Nora still has family somewhere? You know what I mean? And like she finds her brother or her sister or, you know, whatever family member is sort of
surviving
left.
Valkyrie family.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever is survived of the Valkyrie family. And it could also be possible that if she has any family left, maybe that's the Winter Maiden, and that's why sort of they were trying to run away from Atlas. They were on the run because of Salem, and Nora just got lost, and maybe the parents died, and maybe the other kid also got lost, but the kid survived because they had the powers. Like, if she has a sister. If they're going to gender bend her, they may as well gender bend Loki, right? So that's sort of what I'm thinking of. And so Nora sort of ended up with Ren and sort of traveling with Ren, and on the other hand, the Loki character, we don't know what happened. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know what happened to them. But I think that would sort of be, you know,
imagine
interesting.
she does, what if, like, in her place, there's the Loki character?
Or even, like, what if it's even sort of, I guess a Romanoff type situation where they were a royal family in Atlas and they were, like, basically murdered or something, and so, like, the kids ran away and they escaped, like, something like that, like a little Anastasia-y, because a lot of people thought that Anastasia and then her little brother, Alexei were, like, alive. Yes. Or something like that. And
they weren't. They were murdered as well.
Well, yeah, they weren't. But what if it was, it could have been a situation like that too. I think it would be interesting if, you know, because Nora has this sort of very strong power of lightning. That in itself is a weather element. And other characters have weather elements, but not necessarily like that. You know what I mean? Like, the whole point of Maiden powers is this, like, masterful sort of control of, it's basically kind of like the Avatar when you think about it, right? They have this great sort of magic. But, you know, Raven calls lightning down from the sky, and it's all sort of like that. And so, you know, Nora has the lightning semblance, and she gets struck by lightning, and that's how she finds out that she's able to do that and all that stuff. But what if it's like her sibling also has, again, that weather stuff because they are the maiden? And remember, maidens can be at any age. It's just there's a cutoff date of like
when you can inherit it.
30 or something. But you could inherit it like as a baby and then have it forever. So yeah. I think that this is plausible. I don't really know how it's going to play in, because I have either two ideas, right? That Nora was somebody rich, that somehow, like, she got away from her family. You know, her family, either most of them died and they thought that she had Paris too, again, sort of like the Anastasia stuff, and so nobody went looking for her because they just assumed that she passed away as well. You know what I mean? Like, maybe from Atlas going to Mistral for some sort of business, you know, trip situation or something like that. Again, you know, maybe she has a sibling somewhere and that's why they're relevant, because it's the Winter Maiden or it's somebody working with Salem. You know what I mean? I guess giving her someone directly to work with Salem would make Nora a little too important. I don't mean it like that, but it's like, that would be a bit
Nora's the linchpin of this whole plot.
You know what I mean? Like, if they make them the Winter Maiden, that's a little, you know, twice removed sort of thing. But if they literally make them part of Salem's team, that's a little extreme. Like, that's a little too much if you ask me.
Maybe just like there's a lot of villains in RWBY that aren't really
the
part
only
of
other thing I can think of is
organization.
that we're totally wrong and it's the other way around. But here's the thing, like with Nora, doesn't she have sort of like, she says the Queen of the Castle thing and all that stuff. Like, that was part of our evidence in that video, and so it's
like at
sort
the
of,
time people thought it was just a gag, but what if she was like, oh no, I have expertise in this area.
Well, what if she was just sort of projecting something that she sort of subconsciously remembered? The only opposite I can think of is that her parents were like in the slums and she starts to get traumatic flashbacks, or that her parents were somehow killed or kicked out by the military or something, and so she was
ousted in a coup. If they like hurt, or what if like the Shnees ripped down her family, but she was too young to really
or something like that. And so instead of her being a princess, it's either she was in the slums or something happened where the presence of Atlas military like brings out some sort of trauma in her, but at the same time you would also think that that would have happened during the Vital Festival and with
even earlier,
and with all that stuff. And so I would just say the long lost princess theory is actually pretty good. And you would think like, well, why would they stop looking for her if she was important and rich? But if it's like, if her parents are dead, and again, it's sort of, again, like the Anastasia thing where only her grandmother or aunt is alive and it's one family member,
in another village, and that village got sacked, so they just assumed like, well, everyone's dead now, we're gonna stop looking.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't have infinite amount of resources. And even if you're willing to pay a lot, there's only so many people that are going to be willing to go down there and get themselves killed. The only other thing, and this is kind of a crackpot theory, but it's sort of a joke, and I'm pointing fun at Hunter, but Hunter used to get Nora and Penny confused. And so what if the doctor that made Penny lost Nora and then modeled Penny after Nora being his daughter? That's my most crackpot theory, is that the scientist had Nora, something happened to them where they got separated and he thought that he lost her forever, so he made Penny sort of in her likeness and what he imagined Nora to look like if she would have grown up and got some bangs and all of that stuff as he remembers her. And that's sort of what happened. So, because a lot of people think that, Penny, she was an actual girl, but her body was like sick and weak, and so they transferred her into the robot. But Penny gives no indication of remembering that unless they mind wiped her. And so this would make more sense that they made Penny in the likeness of his daughter. He considered her his daughter because he wanted to get back the daughter that he originally sort of had. And that would sort of explain why they do look similar. You know what I mean?
Cracky.
I mean, this is just based off of the fact that you got them confused for the longest time, right?
I thought there was only one character and they were both the same person.
Yeah, and so I'm just kidding around based on but what if it is that? Imagine, Hunter, when we're watching Volume 7 and it's like revealed that Nora's the daughter of the scientist or whatever, like, imagine that. It's gonna be like Jin.
I mean, because he would look like Odin because he has a big white beard, so... I mean, shit. Imagine if we ran into... If this one's correct and we've, like, bunny hopped from correct to correct to correct theory.
I know.
Sweet Jesus.
But yeah, so that's the stuff. That's the tea. I know we haven't been making RWBY videos in a while, but there's nothing to do except for patron requests, really. I don't know when this...
And we're going a little stir crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know when this video will come out, but, like, when you guys think about it, like, Miraculous hasn't had a new episode released in at least 2 weeks. They did have one that premiered at a convention, but the quality's so bad I won't react to it until it's actually out. There's no RWBY news. There's no Genlock news. They aren't even sure if Genlock's gonna get to renew. Like, everything that you guys subscribed for is on hiatus, so please be patient. We're doing our best. We don't have any more ideas right now. Alright, I am working on a character analysis type thing, but it's Disney, and so, like, we'll see you guys later. Hope you guys had fun. Bye! Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Now, as I show the names of our wonderful patrons over on Patreon, I'm also going to explain the rewards that they get to you guys. CalPals at the $2 tier get exclusive access to video scripts, the channel release schedule, podcast a week before everyone else, a Q&A chat to ask questions for the podcast, and a name feature at the end of every video. The special reward for this tier is basically once a month, patrons of this tier will vote for us to watch the first episode of whatever anime or cartoon that has the most votes. Of course, voted by the people at this tier. The Caterpillars get all the same rewards, but they also get to watch our videos 1 week before they are released to YouTube in a Patreon-only reaction series. So they get their own anime or cartoon reaction series that is for them and only for them. The Calxiyn get to watch all of our videos from 8 days to up to 3 months earlier before anyone else. They get all previous rewards, of course, and they can request one video that is a non-reaction video, so a shipping video, discussion, analysis, theory, etc. There's also a version of this tier which does not have the video request in case you guys do want to support us and want that really, really early access, but don't want to request anything, just because we want to make sure that the people that are subscribed to the tier with the video request will actually use their requests. The Cal Zones have access to the Cal Zone, and similarly before there is a tier with all the other rewards except for the video request and one with the video request. So they get all previous rewards. They can request one reaction video if they wish, or 2 discussion videos. They also get a special reward, which is the VIP chat, and during RWBY, Genlock, maybe My Hero Academia, we will do a weekly call to discuss the latest episodes. At the $40 tier, they have access to all the previous rewards, a private group chat with just Hunter and I, and they will be able to self-promote themselves in our Discord server in specific sections, whether that's their own videos or for their live streams. And on this tier, if it is the tier that has the video request, they can request 2 reaction videos or 3 discussion videos. The Caltastrophes have access to all previous rewards. They get to basically play games with me when we stream, so when Pokemon or Animal Crossing comes out, we'll be able to play together. And for their special reward, they also get to collaborate with us, so we can make a video together, write the script, I'll edit it and put it on my channel, and it'll be our special project. That's one of my favorite rewards out of all of the ones that I offer, and obviously, just like all the other ones, there is a version of this reward with and without video requests, and so the one with video requests can do 4 reaction videos or 4 discussion videos to request. That is all from me, guys. Again, I hope that you guys enjoyed. Thank you to our wonderful patrons over on Patreon, and I will see you later. Bye.